everybody. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. How are you doing? I hope your week is going wonderful so far. So today on our Wisdom Wednesday, we are going to talk about inner coach and inner critic again. So if you're new to the concept, so here is inner coach and here is inner critic. So one is coach, one is critic. Let me use a different marker actually for the critic especially. Let's use the red because nobody wants red, right? Nobody wants red. You don't want the inner critic. You want your inner coach to be activated, which is the green. And I'm going to explain it to you very soon. If you're new here, this concept might be the first time you're hearing, but if you have been here for a while, if you're coming to the channel for a long time, you already know some of this concept. I just use different metaphors and things like that to drive those, to drive, not dive. Oh my God, my marker fell down. So to drive these points home, because end of the day, how your inner coach and inner critic is driving you throughout the day makes your day better or worse at the end of the day, right? So what is inner critic? Inner critic is within us. We have both of this within us. The inner critic is the version that tells you, oh, you did not do good in that presentation. Also, the inner critic would be like, you have those wrinkles. You know, I have some wrinkles in here anyway. And inner coach is like your best friend. It tells you, you did amazing. You are wonderful as you are. You are beautiful even with the wrinkles. Doesn't matter if you're in your 40s, 20s, 60s, 80s. You are beautiful. You are enough, right? So we have these two versions of us within us, but what ends up happening is when we say to our best friend or to a good friend, your coworkers, normally as a human being, this inner coach comes out pretty easily. But when it is ourselves, we become the critic most of the time, right? You know what I'm talking about. So next time, the reason I wanted to make sure, let me use another different color marker for you guys so that you remember. So next time, let's say this is the mirror, right? You may not have oval shaped mirror. The point is it's a different shape, so you kind of remember from this mirror. Next time when you look at yourself in the mirror, whenever you go to the bathroom, I know you look at the mirror, right? You'll look at yourself. Doesn't matter if you have the wrinkles, you have pores, whatever you have in your face. Look at your eyes, literally, and say that I am enough. Say that I am beautiful. Say that I can achieve anything that I want in life. Whatever resonates with you, right? You can have just one sentence, you can have 3 sentences, but I wouldn't recommend going like 10 because you want it to become like a mantra, right? You want it to become like a mantra. So that's why one sentence is actually the best. If you can come up with like, okay, I love myself just the way I am with all the flaws and all. Right? This is just an example. I love myself just the way I am with all the flaws and all, right? Just one small sentence that resonates with you. The key is not the words, the key is not the sentence. What resonates with you, my friend, that is what will help you to activate the inner coach. Right? Because things will keep happening all the time. Trust me, things will keep happening all the time. I actually don't even have to tell you to trust me. You know, every day, right? There will be things that somebody might have commented on your post that you didn't like. Somebody might have said something on a phone call. Somebody might have said something in a meeting that upset you. But this is how, as you keep saying that to yourself, your inner coach gets stronger, it stays activated. Because think of this, You might have heard a lot of inner critic related speeches, TED Talks. There is plenty of them. But think of this, a blue monkey. So like a very random, if inner critic was blue monkey and I told you, don't think of the blue monkey, don't think of the blue monkey, it is bad. The blue monkey is in your head, right? So what I found is you don't want for it to go away because you cannot make it go away. It is part of you, right? Wherever you go, it is there. But the way to really make sure that it does not take over the control over your life is activating the inner coach, the good part of you. We all have good and bad within us, right? So keep feeding the good. You can see a plant over there, plant on the dining table, right? So if you keep feeding that plant the water, it gets sunlight, it will keep growing, right? And the inner critic, if you keep starving it, it's gonna die. So remember that plant metaphor, which I didn't think, but it turned out perfect in this video. So keep feeding that. And the good part, because the mirror works, every time you go to the bathroom, you can remind it to yourself. You don't have to force yourself. Over time, it will become a habit. Even if you do one time a day, or even if you do several times throughout the week, it is going to work for you. So it kind of, the mirror becomes a reminder, because then you don't have to practice like separate, you can always do mindfulness, gratitude, all of that, which I have on my channel, because there's every day I have the 12 p.m. shorts and also at 8 p.m. And there are many other videos. So you can use those as a reminder, or you can follow someone else who resonates with you. But the whole point, my friends, is that you got to keep feeding, right? Keep feeding, because if you don't feed the critic, over time it becomes like a tiny, imagine if this is the size of the grasses, right? So grasses are what, less than an inch, maybe in winter time less than an inch, otherwise it could be 3-4 inches when you do mowing the lawn and all that. But the inner critic, as you keep feeding it, inner coach, as you keep feeding the coach, it can become 50 feet, 100 feet. So imagine 100 feet inner coach with like a grass-sized critic. How is your life going to look like? You know it. I don't have to tell you, right? No matter what life throws at you, right? No matter what life throws at you, your inner coach will be in control. And if you want to know more about it, on my website, if you go to Midlife Reinvention, nothing in between, midlifereinvention.co. On the very first page, it talks about, so inner coach is the umbrella. Under that, I have 2 framework. I call it Rich Quadrant. It's an acronym, Rich Quadrant, and the Mindfulness Triangle. And the Mindfulness Triangle is the how. I talk about how you want to start talking from where you want your life to be. Say if you have 100 feet tall tree is the inner coach and the inner critic is here in the grass. If you think of a frequency scale, you want to start talking from here. More you start talking from the inner coach perspective, your life will get better, faster. You will manifest all the things that you want in your life a lot faster. So give this a try, because I have done this all myself, my friends. So if you are new in this channel, I lost my job and my marriage 2 years ago in the same month. And after that, I had to build the inner coach in me. The fight, the me versus me. And it is for everybody. It's you versus you. When you win that fight, the inner battle, nothing can stop you. Trust me, my friend, nothing can stop you. Not only then, life becomes so beautiful. So try that, okay? Try that. Next time you see your mirror, just go look at the mirror in the bathroom. Tell yourself that you are enough. right? Write down that sentence that resonates with you and say it to yourself every single day. Even after a week, I can guarantee you are going to feel a difference. And after that, come back here and write in comments how it made a difference for you. Also share these videos if it resonates with you and you think somebody else might find help. Give me a thumbs up. And with that, take care, my friends. Come back again every day. I post at 12 p.m. shorts. Bye.